Andre Khatchaturian of Armenian Sports News, joined today with Colorado Combat Club welterweight champion Artak Petrosyan. Artak, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing great. I see you're out in Colorado right now, fresh off your victory. And quickly they're coming after you. They're targeting you. They want you to back right in the cage to defend your belt. So what's the mindset like? Your next fight's in June. That now you have a target on your back. You're not pursuing the championship. You have the championship. Everyone's looking at you, and they want that belt.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot different now because coming up, I was hunting, I was out there looking to get fights, and now they're after me. So this guy was actually asking for the winner of the fight weeks before the fight actually happened. So they were saying that I guess nobody wants to fight him out in the UK or whatever. So he hasn't fought in over a year. But yeah, I'm excited for the challenge.
So Artak, what I like about your story is, and I'm actually interested in about this. So in 2017, you lost back-to-back fights, and you were 2-2, and then you kind of disappeared from the cage. And for 4 years later, you come back and you win 3 straight fights, and now you hold the belt in the Colorado Combat Club. What happened in those 4 years? Kind of like an inner, trying to get yourself back right, or what happened?
Honestly, like I was mentally, I wasn't in the space that I needed to be to compete anymore. So I hadn't, officially retired or anything, but I was thinking about just kind of hanging it up. But when you wake up every day and this is all you can think about. I mean, 2-3 years later, every morning you wake up and that's still what you think about. That means there's still love and the fight is still there. And I just shout out to my manager, Chris Lopez. He honestly would bother me about coming back all the time. He would call me, tell me you're going to regret this. Yeah, he's part of the reason why I'm back. And my teammates and, my cousin, Aru, my brother, Kevin, all the guys that are out here supporting me, my friends, my family, they all believed in me.
So that's interesting. You have this strong support system that kind of helped you get back into the cage and compete again. And you've been so successful physically in a competitive, in the physical competitive, aspect of it. How have you improved over the last 4 years where now you're winning these fights?
Honestly, the difference is the mindset. Back then, I was younger, I thought I was invincible. You kind of grow as you fall. So off my failures, I was down for a long time. I didn't know, I didn't really know where to turn to kind of bounce back, but eventually, I took them as lessons and I learned from them, and I know what not to do, so I just started doing that and just, training at the right gyms and surrounding myself at the right people. I train at Genesis Training Center and the Catharo Training Center, and all the guys there believe in me. And I've said before in some of my social media posts, some of those guys believe in me more than I believe in myself. And they're all high level guys, and that just gives me, even more confidence to do what I'm doing.
That's fantastic. Artak, you have won 3 consecutive fights, as I mentioned. Now you have a title defense. What is your goal in mixed martial arts personally?
It's personally, it's to leave a legacy. So whether that, I try and not think too far ahead, but obviously it's to get on a big show. I want to fight on a bigger promotion, and I want the chance to fight some of the top fighters in the world and get paid right and get the proper exposure that comes with it.
That's interesting. You say that you said get paid right. A lot of these fighters in smaller promotions, they have full-time jobs, and they train on the side. What do you do for a living, I guess, and wait when you're not in the cage?
Yeah, so I do personal training. I actually have a gym at my house, small gym, but I do personal training out of there. That's most of my income. I also have a commercial cleaning business with my mom that it's been a family-owned business that has been around for over 15 years, and so I do that part-time, and yeah, just kind of work my way like that and kind of make it happen. Luckily, I've had some good sponsors that have also supported me and helped me. So yeah, it's been amazing.
That's not uncommon to see, Armenians in their history grinding, working multiple jobs in your case to get to your goal.
Yeah.
Your nickname, by the way, Armenian Nightmare. Can you tell us about how that came about?
Yeah.
Great one.
So I used to get so there's a gym in this Colorado Springs that I used to train at. Shout out to the head coach out there, Drew Lawrence. I used to train out there, and honestly, that's where I really started seeing what MMA was about, because before that, I trained at a gym that, it wasn't the same. These guys had high-level fighters on the Ultimate Fighter, on the IFL, Bellator, and I was just getting my ass beat all the time. And one day some guy was just like, he's like, you're just like a nightmare. He's like, you just keep coming no matter what. And that was kind of how it started.
That's awesome. I thought maybe it had to do with Kamaru Usman, because he's a Nigerian nightmare.
No. Yeah, and this started in 2012, so I'm not sure when he was nicknamed. But
I feel like yours came first. The Armenian Nightmare. Hopefully, we see that one day. The Armenian Nightmare and the Nigerian Nightmare for the welterweight.
Yeah.
But we'll see which nightmare is worse. What's the Armenian scene like in Colorado? I'm not really sure. It's quite a hotspot for Armenians, but are you connected with the community out there?
Yeah. My family, we've been here for a long time, so we know. There's always new people, and there's always people coming and going, of course. But we do know a lot of the Armenians, but the community is very big.
Really? Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. It's nothing like Los Angeles, but for us, I guess it's pretty big.
So I always find it interesting. Armenians are very talented in MMA and Olympic wrestling, Olympic boxing. What is it about Armenians that make them so good in these fighting sports, I guess?
I believe it's just knowing the struggle. A lot of Armenian people, they grind and they get it. We're all hustlers. I won't say all, but 90% of us are hustlers, and that's just like in our blood. We know how to grind, we know how to get it, whether it's money, business, sports, wrestling, fighting, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Have you been to Armenia?
Yes, when I was 16.
That's awesome.
I was born there, but we came here when I was 2 months old.
Really cool. Really cool. Oh, okay. You were born there. Very cool. And what does it say to you? Now, you're born in Armenia, and obviously there was a war there 2 years ago, and it still hasn't ended. And when you read reports, there's still trouble at the border and everything. What does it mean to you as an Armenian competing and helping, give Armenians this strength through sports, through what you do?
Yeah. And yeah, for sure. For me, my goal since I started fighting, it was to represent my country and show how the strength of our people, and I believe that, Armenian people are some of the most durable and strong-minded people out there.
That's fantastic. And now your upcoming fight is in June. You're going to be preparing for that. How much time off do you give yourself after you win the belt to prepare for your next fight?
Honestly, I'm the type, I like to, eat a little bit and gain a little weight. But I was trying to train right away, but you know, my coaches and my manager and stuff, they told me to kind of take it easy. So I did take a couple weeks off, and then I've been slowly picking it up, and now, you know, we're at that 8-week mark. So I'm officially in camp now.
That's awesome. So you're working hard right now. And obviously you're an up and coming fighter. Maybe not a lot of people have heard of you yet.
Yeah.
But so what's Artak Petrosyan in the cage? Obviously very tough fighter. What's Artak Petrosyan out of the cage?
Man, honestly, you know, I like to hang out with my friends, live life, laugh. I like to laugh a lot, you know, joke around, because, you know, I feel like, you know, that's life. You know, you got to enjoy your life. If you're always walking around and you're miserable and you're angry, you know, it's just, you know, doesn't make for a good life. So I keep all that. You know, we all have our difficult times and our struggles, and you know, we all deal with our own things, but I keep all that and I save it. I unleash it when it's time to fight. That's my way of cleansing.
Well, there you have it, guys. The Armenian Nightmare, Artak Petrosyan. He will be trying to defend the Colorado Combat Club welterweight belt, and maybe hopefully soon bigger promotions like UFC, Bellator. We'll see what he has to bring. We're all
sure. I will defend that belt. And thank you to all my people that are behind me. Recently, I was also on the Armenian news. Thank you to my people. I appreciate that.
I saw that, by the way. It was on Armenian TV in Armenia. How did that make you feel, seeing yourself being
great? You know, great. I guess, yeah. I was the first sanctioned Armenian athlete in Colorado, and then the first to win a title. So it was big. It was big for me. It was big for my family. It was big for my community. So yeah.
That's really cool to hear, man. Artak, thank you so much. And again, thank you so much for being such a fantastic representative of the Armenian community.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.